With the floor finished, I ran my fingers across it and it was just a little too gritty. So I took some 600 paper and you can pretty much see the results of that. Lots and lots of little flecks in a lot of places. So let's repaint. Again, to keep this nice and simple, I'm just going to stick the airbrush top on top of this jar. This should be pretty well thinned already. Because of the stark difference between this tan and the white, I'm really going to have to go heavy on it, but you don't want to get stuck in one place for too long, because you'll start getting some paint blobs, and that's just as bad, and you'll have to sand that down and essentially redo it. I'm trying to look in the light here and see where the heaviest paint is and kind of even it out. Otherwise, when you look at this at an angle, it's just going to look weird. Now let's see how that dries. In the meantime, I think a few other pieces are ready for their second color. Okay, so it's been filled, it's been sanded. Let's see how this looks with a shot of primer. Feels pretty smooth, but there's still a bump or two in there. But I don't know if they'll matter, because the only angles you're going to be able to see it from are pretty much this. And you'd have to take the other walls down, so really this is the angle it's going to be seen at most. Let's see what we got here. That's not too bad. And just to keep things even. So I definitely got rid of all the crappy stuff that was there. It's pretty smooth overall. Maybe a little, oops. Definitely some sanding up there on the front. But maybe a little more in there as well. So I'm going to put this piece aside again. I think I briefly mentioned this piece a little while ago. There's a bit of a gouge in there from when I sliced it out of the entire wall. So just ran a little Bondo along the side of it, across the top of it, took a razor blade, sliced it off, and it's looking pretty decent. Let's see what the paint says. Paint says we're jammed. And the paint says, with a little bit of sanding right there, this piece is ready. What's next? Let's put that down. So I just primed 3 doors. I had stripped 2 of them because there was a little bit of a mess going on. And it looks like right now I want to tape off some pieces for B color. Okay, so I've got the focus set for pretty much that spray can there. Hopefully everything is going to stay relatively in focus. I don't know where I'm going to shoot or how this exactly is going to go down. But I got 6 pieces or so ready for the B. I've got that all mixed up and thinned, and I hope it's thinned. No, it's a little thick. So let me just thin this up real quick. We are ready to rock. You probably noticed that I turned the fan up a lot. And away we go. Let's actually get that out of there. It's a very subtle difference in tone, to be sure. It's a nice thing about side feed jars. Aim them any direction you need them. Is that it for B? By golly, I think so. It was tough to tell when I was initially painting it, but this definitely has much more of an olive cast than 1706. I was kind of worried about that for a second. It didn't quite look right. These are looking like they got pretty good coverage. We'll leave them alone for now and move on.